the next lesson. This is a cool one because this one is an animal. Well, I guess we already did a swan, but this one is a bird that stands up on its own. It's I don't know what kind of bird this would be. It's just a bird. Kind of pecks at the ground and stands up with feet. So I think this is a neat bird. And one of the things that's neat about this one is I'm just warning you right now, it's got a tricky part. But I think you're well prepared. I think you've been trained sufficiently. I'm sure you've been practicing everything that's been happening. We're going to be doing another one of those folds that's the opening one like we did with the piano. And this is a little more tricky, I'll warn you, but I think you can handle this. I think it's going to be a fun one for you to do. If you can master this bird, if you can do this bird, you're going to be well on your way to origami mastery because it's got a tricky move. And if you can master this tricky move, you'll have no problem with the rest of the ones that we're going to do. So let's make our master. If you can master this bird, you'll be an origami master bird. That doesn't make any sense, but here we go. So let's make this bird, let's make his little buddy. And how about, oh, what color? Let's, like a canary. Let's do a yellow bird. Okay, so he has a friend that's yellow. Happy color, yellow. So like always, we're going to flip it over and we're going to start with the kite base. Now, can you remember what the kite base is? I think you can. It's the kite base. So let's make our kite base. Hopefully you remember what it is already, but start by folding it in a triangle. Get rid of all the little white, match it up nicely. Make your triangle. Open it back up. And we're going to fold this edge here to the center line there. You're probably beating me at this because you're so good by now. I'm sure you've already done it because you knew what the kite base was. I know you knew what it was. And you've probably, while I'm sitting here explaining it, preaching to the choir, you know, I'm sure you've already made your kite base like 5 minutes ago. And probably made it better than mine with matching up the corners better. That's what I bet's happening. So there's our kite base. This bird, our cute little birdie here, starts with the kite base. Now this time we're going to turn it over, and this top flap triangle piece here, we're going to fold it backwards until it matches up exactly with that line there. So I'm going to make sure this tip right here, you should still be able to see your crease there. It stays right in center line. And notice how I'm making this, you can see where it matches up. And if I made my fold good, we should have a really nice looking triangle here at the bottom, okay? Looks like that. Now, from here, turn it back over, and we're going to take this, this edge here and fold it to that center line there. Like so. Excellent. Okay, just like that. Okay, now let's do the other side. Okay, simple enough. All right, now I'm going to do, this fold here isn't entirely necessary, but if you do this, it sure helps out on the tricky part that's coming up next. Okay, see where this piece of paper lines up right there? I want there to be a fold right there to help me out. Not going all the way across, but just right there. So watch what I do. Okay, so I'm just pressing it up against this fold here, And you don't have to do your fingernail crease and all that, but just kind of press it up against there and just kind of give it a little fold. I'm not going all the way across, just right there. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, I'm pressing it up against there. Just kind of giving it a little crease. So when I open it up, can you see that crease that it made there? Right here, 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 and here. Okay, now here's the tricky part. Breathe deeply. Get yourself mentally prepared for this, because here's what we're doing. Master this, you can do anything in origami. Okay, now see how we have this flap here that's opening up. As I open this up, it's folding along that crease that we just made. Hold that down, get my finger in there, open it up. And now I can just take that, press it down, even out all the edges. And look at that. Okay, so we have kind of a, I don't know what you want to call it, but this is going to be the bird's leg right here. Let's do that with the other side, okay? We got this crease that we made right here. Open it up along that. I have a sound effect. Get your finger in there, make sure it's opened up all the way to the tip, just like we did in the piano. You don't want a bad tip there, so make sure it's opened up all the way. Hold it with your thumb or whichever finger you want and just press it down. Okay. You might have to do that a few times, bang your head on the wall when you get frustrated. I've seen a lot of people get frustrated with folds like that. So if you're getting frustrated with that, don't feel too bad. Lots of people get frustrated on that. If you just aced it, then good job. Keep working hard and you'll do good with the rest of this. So, okay, so here's what we have. See that? We just open that up like that. There we go. All right, we're getting really close to our bird here. Okay. Now the tail, see how it has that little crease thing here? Here's what I like to do. This is going to be his tail here. I'm going to fold it up about where this meets up with the legs. Oops, sorry, that looks a little, okay, about, okay. Now I'm going to fold it back down, but leaving a little bit left so that, let me get rid of that, so that it looks like that, okay? So I went up and then folded it back so that there's a little Z shape there, okay? Looks like this now. These pieces here, we need to fold them out, kind of like what we did on the samurai hat and the goldfish. Just folding these a little flap right there. Same thing over here. Again, there's not a real exact science on, or an exact location on where you need to fold it. It's kind of your preference, but it's similar to what we did on the samurai hat and the goldfish. Now you can close this little birdie up, and we have some feet there, okay? And his tail. Now we just need to make a beak. Okay, and watch what I do here. I'm going to just take this and sort of press it down and use your judgment on where you feel like it's going to be best and fold that down, and there's your beak. And the tail, since it's a little bit lower than the feet, I kind of pull out a little bit to make a new fold on where it's going to be. Okay, and there, he's kind of tilted this way. There he is. There is our two little birds. Two little lovebirds, green and yellow, going for a walk.